Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I just wanted to do a quick update on Frontier Mode, this embarking on a new journey here with Splinterlands. And I'm curious how the community is feeling about this game mode. It seems very exciting. It seems like a lot of people may be playing Frontier Mode in lieu of maybe Modern, maybe tournaments, just because there's only so much time in the day. But we're going to talk about some of the data here in this video. And I think it's very interesting to see the amount of interaction with this mode. Just in the market, for example, the amount of legendaries, epics, and gold foil Frontier Mode cards that are being sold and being traded basically on the market for real world value. The announcement here of the raffle tickets here, we're just like 4 days away from the first 76, the first batch, weekly batch of black foils, gold foil arcanes, and black foil arcanes potentially being distributed to players of this mode. It's going to be very interesting to see what those cards actually sell for. So one of the interesting data points that I wanted to share with the community here is I'm not sure exactly how many days. I think we're probably about 2 weeks into Frontier Mode at this point in time. So I'm not sure exactly how many days, but let's take a look at the mint numbers here. If we look at one of the key pieces of Frontier Mode is the summoners. And if we just took a look at one of the popular summoners, here's the Death Summoner, you can see there's 14,665 BCX minted of this card. And if you were to do the quick math here, when we see that the silver cap maxes out at 25 BCX for a max summoner here, well, we can have basically right now about 586 roughly summoners maxed out for this particular Death Summoner, the rare Death Summoner. 586 after, let's say, 2 weeks is a lot. So what we're noticing here is that at some point we will reach a critical mass for the current player base of having basically max level cards for this mode, because the summoners and the cards do not go above silver level for this mode. So it'll be interesting to see how the prices react. I mean, obviously we know how the prices are going to react. The prices are going to go down as the supply goes up and the demand goes down. But what I think is interesting is to look at some of the mint numbers here. For example, if we look at legendary cards here, if we look at, for example, GM Root here, you can see there's only 105 of this card that have been minted, let's say 2 weeks in. This card maxes out at level 2 for silver, so that's 3 BCX. So right now for legendaries for this particular card, there's only 35 max copies of this legendary. So the legendaries are definitely slow to be minted. They're going to be in demand. You can see here the price for a legendary card here is almost $10 for this particular card. So that's definitely holding up value well at the moment. But I'm really not here to talk about the market value or the card pricing necessarily. But I want to talk about the most interesting point of data here for Frontier Mode specifically that I wanted to talk about today on this journey here from Splinterlands, testing this new mode, is really what it's doing for new players. And this is what I think is very exciting to see. I mean, let's kudos to Dave, Blaze, the entire Splinterlands team for getting this mode out here in, I would say, fairly short order, given all things being considered here. And what we're seeing here is some very nice movement. Specifically, Dave has gone on record saying, hey, look, my job as a COO is to help bring in new players to this game to make us successful here in Splinterlands. And this is already a good indication that Dave's going to be with us for hopefully a very long time, because what I've captured here are data points for spellbook purchases coming from the Peak Monsters, or I should say, yeah, Peak Monsters stats dashboard here. This is spellbook purchases currently over the last 5 days, as well as for over a month ago. So back in the middle of July, for example, you can see here the number of spellbook purchases, 2, 4, 2, and then 0, spanning the days there of July 14th through the 17th. And now if you look at the spellbook purchases, these are new players to the game that are purchasing spellbooks. We're assuming they're players and not bots, but let's just assume that everything is above board here, and these are new players coming to the game and getting hooked on Frontier mode and buying spellbooks. Well, on August 9th, we had 26 new spellbooks purchased, 28 on August 10th, 33 on the 11th, 28 on the 12th, and then 24 on the 13th. And if you were to extrapolate this linearly over a year, obviously, hopefully this continues to go up and increase. But if we just took these initial numbers and said this is going to happen for the next year, well, that would bring close to 9,000, a little under 9,000 new players into Splinterlands in the next, let's say, 52 weeks. And 9,000 players into the game would, I think, be a great year of new players. And hopefully we can certainly go above that and achieve more than that. But basically the message I wanted to share here with this new journey here with Frontier mode, it's definitely resonating. Again, it's too early to say how successful this might be, or if these are real players, or if some bot farm is trying to on the side sneak in about 20 new accounts a day and farm here. We don't really know yet. We'll have to see what happens here with things like asset prices outside of Frontier cards, things like Conclave Arcana pack sales, things like SPS rental numbers, rental card market prices. We'll see. But certainly seeing here well over, I mean, if you look at since Frontier mode has debuted, I think we're pressing over 200 new spellbooks just in that time period alone. The team has not shared yet specific data on Frontier mode, other than hinting in Discord that the number of accounts or players playing in Frontier mode is greater than all of the other game modes in Splinterlands. So that certainly seems like a success as well. And yeah, we'll have to see where this goes. But I would say at this point in time, things are looking very positive for the adoption and for, I would say, the general excitement and engagement around this new journey here of Frontier mode in Splinterlands. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the mode? You heard probably some of my initial takes and thoughts on Frontier mode if you listened to our recent sit down with the People's Guild podcast. What are your takes? Where are you at with your journey in Frontier mode? Are you enjoying it? Where do you see the excitement? Where do you see some of the challenges? And what changes might you recommend we potentially make? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, keep stacking those stats.
That's entertainment.